Hey everyone, Bressior here with some Langrisser Mobile. It's been a little while since I've uploaded anything. I attempted to record some stuff because of the end of the point race for the current season of Apex, but it just didn't work out, and I was going to be trying to do a video about like making a new team, and then I realized I might change it just simply because of this banner that has just come up. So yeah, but before we get into the banner, let's go ahead and go over some other new stuff. So we got Akaya's unique weapon. Does attack and intelligence, and its main thing is it lets her automatically summon a wolf soul once per battle after her first action. And it is super useful because it ensures that Akaya can at least use her mechanics at least once in the battle. I've definitely seen a number of Chinese Apex videos where essentially the Akaya would open with her sort of her act again ability to trigger this, and then immediately use up that wolf spirit to activate one of her major buffs, like an AOE, you know, plus 30% attack intelligence, plus 2 mobility type buff, which is really good. So yeah, I'll be buffing that up and throwing that on Akaya. I may end up using her in Apex, we'll see. Besides that, there's new Awakening for Claret with her 3-cost skill. It isn't too great, to be honest. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, I have the Storm. 1.3 times damage, dispel 2 enemy buffs before battle, and then after battle make it so they can't receive buffs and disables their passives, and it lasts about 2 turns. The effect can't be dispelled, and then upon eliminating the target, you reduce the cooldown by 3 rounds, so it still has 2 rounds. When not affected by low morale, your Wandering Princess effect gains 5% increased damage, and after battle dispels 1 buff from the enemy for each 1 mobility. So that's kind of neat. Let's see. So I believe low morale is the effect that you get when you use Lightning Flash and you don't kill the target. Yeah, you get demoralized. So it's kind of neat. The thing is all this is like after. This assumes that you I'm not sure how to say it, but supposedly it doesn't really perform that well, unfortunately. This part might be okay though if you use it without. Oh, the problem is it triggers after battle. Yeah, after battle you dispel a bunch of buffs. If it did it before battle, this would actually be a pretty good ability. I don't know why they didn't make it before battle, because there are plenty of characters that do it before battle, like freaking Elwyn. And you could try to argue that Elwyn's at least an infantry, so he's low mobility, but he's eventually going to become cavalry, so that doesn't really fly either. So yeah, it's unfortunately not a great ability. I'll still grab it, but I'm probably not going to use it. Well, I may use it for like PvE or something. Anyway, that's the gist of it. So let's go ahead and get to the annoying stuff, which is going through summons. So we got Shaltir and Albedo from Overlord. Originally I was like, all right, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get myself a new tank and go all in on this. And then I was like, you know what? I don't really. I mean, Albedo's nice and all, but I don't really need her. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll be interested in using Shaltir. So either way, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into this one and see how it goes. I haven't done the preview stages yet, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Anyway, I think I'm like 36 or so summons towards my pity right now, so got that to look forward to. All right, let's dive right in. So obviously, if you've watched my previous summon video, I had some pretty exceptional luck, so I'm expecting everything to go wrong this time, especially this week, because this week I actually got a lot of good equipment drops. I did finally get another Gift of Eternal Life, so now I have that on D-Lit. I also ended up getting another Tenyo's headband, which I have yet to actually upgrade. In either case, I'm going to be trying to get both characters. Unfortunately, I didn't really see much of... I have not seen a single video of Shaltir being used in Apex in the Chinese servers. There was one box that had her in it, but she wasn't actually picked. Albedo I still have plenty of times. She's a really good tank, but unfortunately in this game, especially in PvP, being a good tank is not really enough. It's sort of like the Ledin issue. Well, at least Aladdin before he got his 3-cost skill. Ledin's a really good tank, but you can safely ignore him. You can go around him with AoEs, or fight him, hit him from a distance safely. But Albedo's kind of the same situation. She's very, very good at tanking, but not much else. And it's actually worse for Albedo because Albedo doesn't even have a faction buff. But I may take her as a 3rd tank if I can get her to high enough stars. Alright, we're 50 summons in. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be hitting Pity. Which should happen either this 10 pull or the next one. There it is. Okay. So yeah, this was essentially a Pity. And there's a 20% chance I could get off banner as well, so we'll see how that goes. I don't have her 6 stars yet, so at least there's that. Yeah, I had a bad feeling about this week. Alright, so our head start towards Pity got us Cherry. So I still need 70 more shards before she gets 6 stars. I mean, she was definitely my starter, much like everyone else's. But I don't really use her anymore, unless I really desperately need an act again after kill. So 70 summons in. Now 80 summons in. And I only have an off banner to my name. I mean, with how well the last banner is, I'm due in for some bad luck. But still, I at least want one of each. As always, I'll probably make a separate video about going over the characters themselves. I think that's what, 40 summons in? Maybe off by a 10 pull. It's a little early in the morning, so even though I'm marking this on a piece of paper, I'm still a little out of it. Yeah, this is gonna be Pity. For those who don't know, on average you should be getting at least one every 50. But if your luck is really bad, you'll at least guarantee to get one every 100. Which I'm not sure why they hide that information. Yeah. This is going to be a rough one. Yeah. Alright, next one should be pity. Alright. Alright, we have Sheltier, which is the character I may end up using over Albedo. Alright. Vampiric Valkyrie, the strongest Lord Guardian of Nazarick, an elegant, mysterious, and adorable monstrosity. And apparently in this version, she has stuffed her bra. Alright. Okay, let's keep going. I still need to get Albedo. Alright. Despite how good my luck was on the previous ban, it was more or less probably getting me back to average. But, it is what it is. So at this point, I'm probably going to go back to below average pull rate. But who knows? Sheltier, you can either build her as Demon or Spear. Demon's nice and all, but unfortunately going up against Holy is just not an option. Okay, 30 pulls. What do you got for me? In this case, duplicates is not necessarily a bad thing, but I do eventually want both. Yeah, unfortunately the dialogue is very faint compared to the music. Alright, Albedo, so that was essentially 2 full pities. I mean, I guess I won't even count the head start. So within 200 summons, I got Sheltier, Albedo, and a off banner, so it's not the end of the world. Alright. Guardian Overseer, Ainz's most trusted guardian. She supervises the interior affairs of Nazarick. And you can either build her as Demon or Sword Infantry. So she's a Sword Infantry tank. Alright. So, I got both. Now, let's see how far what else I can get. I have enough for at least 2 more pities. Yeah, usually if it's a banner I want to go all in, and it tends to be not the best luck. That's alright. At least got both of them. So far, our average is below. Yeah, our average is below average right now. Like I said, 1 every 50 is the general average. And this pity's gonna definitely ruin that. I don't remember the exact percentage for per 10 pull that there's of getting an SSR. Oh, there we go. What was that 80 summons? 70 or 80? I'll say 80 because I'm a horrible person. What do you got for me? Sheltier. Okay. So she is 4 stars now. There we go. Keep on going. Still below average, but at least it wasn't a full pity. At the very least, all these dupes are gonna at least get me more shards to get accessories with, and runestones. So at this point, runestones is not actually a big issue. Once you play long enough, it actually becomes less of an issue. You get like a ton of them when you first start, and then you end up being starved for them, unless you whale, of course. Average is not doing great. That last 10 pull at least kept it the same. That's alright. We'll manage. Not the best. Alright, we're at full pity for this one. So unless I get dupes or multiples, I'm not gonna... Like I said, I was due in for bad luck. Not much I could do about it. I mean, the biggest issue is it just takes so long to get to 6 stars, and you pretty much need 6 stars to make most of these characters work now. Alright. Another Schultz here. Alright, I don't exactly have enough for a pity, but that's alright. We'll just go to the end and see what we get. I'm like 1,000 short. And I'll be doing more summons after this one, depending. Like I said, I was planning on... I kind of went back and forth with this banner whether or not I wanted to go all in or not. Okay, 40 summons. Shaltir. She is now 5 stars. That's not bad. Alright, and we'll just finish this up. Like I said, I was going to go all in. The next banner is one that I definitely want, but it's not one... Anytime I want to go all in, it's usually on a banner that has at least 2 usable units. Because I don't want to be risking getting multiples of a character I will never use. Like Ares. Jeez. Wants to give me tons of Alfreds. I'm pretty sure he's 6 stars already. It doesn't really matter anymore because I don't... The fancy little achievement of getting multiple 6 stars is already capped out. I'm literally 26 away from doing another 10 pull. That's alright. Like I said, I'll do more off screen and I can get extra from doing their little banner, the banner quest. But alright, so just a quick look. So here's Albedo. So when there's friendly units nearby, she takes reduced damage. She automatically guards within 1 ring, which is the keyword, is 1 ring. So she can actually guard diagonally, essentially. And then before being forced into battle, her attack is replaced with defense. So she does essentially better in defending than in offense. And then, of course, increased damage dealt by 50%. Problem is there's almost no reason to attack her because you can just AoE instead. And she starts out with Shield Bash, which is nice because I don't really have very many characters that have that ability. Attack, Intimidate, block is good. Walls of Jericho is just guard ability. Her 3-cost skill allows her to do even more than that. She can do fixed damage after battle, Battle Cry, and then her attack skill is Impure Desire. For every 1 debuff she's afflicted with after taking action, she can reduce the cooldown faster. And this attack will be replaced with her defense, and it dispels a maximum of 3 debuffs from herself. And then for each 1 debuff dispelled, she gets bonus damage and places those debuffs on the opponent. It's pretty good, but of course you have to attack with her, which can be a bit dangerous. And I can't show her Awakening, but her Awakening is essentially her major guard skill type thing, and I think it gives her a self-res. And then we got Shaltir here, so let's go ahead and just upgrade her. Alright, so when she's at max HP, she gets a bonus to attack and mobility. And then after taking action, she'll gain Physical Barrier, which will give her physical damage reduction from 1 attack. It does have a cooldown. And then when initiating battle with a melee attack, unit HP is restored after battle equal to the damage dealt, or equal to a percentage of the damage dealt. So very useful. So I was kind of thinking about trying to build her as Full Moon, because her entire kit revolves around her being at max HP. She does have some other ways to get health back as well. And then she has some ways of doing things like heal reversal and anti-heal. So she starts with Purifying Javelin, which is unique to her. It's a ranged attack, but melee soldiers can join in. Dispels buffs from the enemy and inflicts Cursive Wounding, which is, of course, prevents the target from being healed and reverses it instead. That only lasts for 1 turn. And let's go ahead and take a look at her other abilities real quick. She can get Accelerated Aid, which is what Deedlit has. Essentially gives a passive mobility buff to a nearby ally and gets them immunity to mobility reduction and curse wounding. Let's see, skill swagger. Got armor pierce, though you'd probably not use it. She does have reinforcements if you just need to keep her capped off. And pure shockwave. Yeah, this one just does extra damage more spaces you move. It also inflicts a powerful debuff that can't be dispelled for 1 turn. So it's kind of like similar to the move that what's her face has, Knight of Mystery. And then she has attack support L, and then Blood Frenzy is a unique passive. If you've made a total of 2 active attacks after taking action, you can act again. So it's kind of like it kind of works like Brenda's passive or talent. And then she has Frenzy at all time. Or sorry, you can act again and gain Frenzy. All damage taken is increased by 15%. Last 2 turns cannot be dispelled. After taking this action, the attack counter will reset. So kind of useful. So yeah, if you've made a total of 2 active attacks after taking action. So yeah, on your second attack, essentially, you will get the act again. So it's definitely something you can try to take advantage of. She has spears, which means she can do some neat things. I kind of wish the spear class was actually this sprite, because it actually looks a lot cooler, but this one's not too bad. They also have their unique skin, which is their essentially their battle armor. I don't really have much care for it, to be honest. Also, I didn't really go over factions. Shaltir is Dark, Meteor, and Time, which I'm already using Meteor, so that's kind of useful to me. And then Albedo is Dark, Time, and Reincarnation. So a lot more Time faction, a little bit more Dark. So I'll at least be able to play around with those factions a bit more. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for me, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Langrisser Mobile summons for the for Nazarick banner. See you guys next time.